This is the first day of treatment, 6 weeks before treatment. The first step here is to measure its pulse, whether it is hot or not, whether there is a good pulse or not. I'm going to open it up a little bit more here, and we just started to pull it out, and you can see it's already going out. Sometimes people ask, does it mean that all other animals that have this type of problem, all animals with hooves are likely to have this problem? Hoof infection, abscess, each animal is different, but equines are equines and they always have this problem. Now, guys, you can see how it's going to be different. It's very, very inflamed. And now, 6 weeks later, is here accompanying us today, and we went back to that donkey where we treated an abscess that you saw at the beginning of the video, an animal that was limping a lot and feeding a lot, about the abscess that was in its hoof. And guys, people started asking for this animal, they're coming back, and well, as it's close to our region, we came here to show you, and also the evolution of how the animal got. And it's walking normally, and we even needed to tie it there because it is a little agitated. It released it and gave a few kicks. Renato will have to be careful because the animal, he can give some kicks. Well, we will monitor it together with you, and we have not yet evaluated how its hoof turned out, and we will observe it together with you. And Renato will show the before, completely before handling it. And look at these guys. Now he will handle it. And handling this together with you to see the evolution that this animal had. We already found the hole where the abscess hole was. There is a stone here. Well, I'm going to remove it, and as soon as we arrive, so we already found a stone, and this can cause a pain too, and the sole is loosening here a little bit due to the abscess that we had. There is a small change in the hoof, and this is true, it is loosening. And when we have an abscess like in his case, which was very pronounced, and in a simple word it was serious, and the infection was large, so we had this process of the sole loosening because there is this process of inflammation between the internal subsoleus part of the hoof. The frog looks like it's coming apart and looks like it's coming loose a little, and it could be due to the humidity. Yeah, it's probably because of the humidity. We can release him for a bit to wait so that he doesn't get sick and nervous. There's a risk of getting kicked. And this is all part of it, whether we like it or not. Let's start it again. Now we can start it again. And I'm going to do the cleaning, and guys, now Renato is going to do the hoof trimming to make the animals footing even better. So the hoof is already loosening, and this excess sole has to be removed. You see that increasing the better life quality. These donkeys are much more restless than horses, you know? They can't sustain a kick out of nowhere, and that's normal. He's whipping the hoofer, you know, guys. You can see that, guys, is a different hoof than that of the horses. It is narrower and harder. It is not an animal that has, you know, a shell formation. It's made for a more, you know, dangerous and stone regions. So it's much more resistant or to it. And it's a process that they go through. The recovery it's much better and faster. Guys, look, guys, out of nowhere, and he almost lost nothing. You see, guys, out of nowhere, things happens out of nowhere. For those who is watching here and guys have no knowledge, so it's not advisable, you know. It's legal to let a professional to do this type of work with these animals. This here is the process of the abscess that leaked out, and you can see that it is already a hole that is already well closed, and it's a very good part of the process of the major inflammation that the animal had. And many times in horses it is customary for the entire sole to come off, and in his case the process is less cumbersome. In other words, it was just more of an opening that is, you know, important to do the trimming so that it stays open. So I'm not going to do that cleaning as I done, you know, like with cattle, as happens like with João Paulo. But I'll prefer to keep it that way because it needs it. So the hoof is small and it's a heavy animal due to the size of the hoof. So we keep the hoof to be able to preserve it. And as it's an animal that is not difficult to manage, but after 30 to 40 days, well, we're going to try to do another hoof trimming and clean this hoof again. So that is, so doesn't get worse this abscess. And guys, that's it, folks. We're showing you the evolution of this hoof. As you saw at the beginning of the video, the animal was feeling a lot, and well, no, it's a strong animal, an animal that feels less pain than horses, and yet he was feeling a lot. And could we take him for a ride just to show you guys the walk that it has normalized? You can see, guys, look. I don't know for you guys, but for me, wow, it's a beautiful animal. It's a beautiful specimen here in our region. He is from a specialized breeder. And look at his walk. You know, guys, it's 100%, 100% was achieved in this boy's walk. And that's it, guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, have liked this video. Until next time, God willing, our motto is to listen to those who have no voice to be heard.